Hello Pisces, it's Viv from Wisdom Released and welcome to your week ahead reading from Monday, June the 25th through to Sunday the 1st of July 2018. I'm using Los Scarabeo. I have already shuffled. I'm going to be pulling 8 cards, one which is the overall theme for the week, and then 7 others, one for each day, Monday through Sunday. So let me just shuffle a little bit more and then I'll cut the deck. Okay, so your overall for the week, the Tower. Wow, Pisces. Some interesting cards. Right, let's have a look. The overall theme for the week is the Tower. What I'm drawn to here really is the eye in the sky. The Tower is it's about insight. It's about seeing things differently, and in seeing things differently, then it changes things, and change is not necessarily a bad thing. It feels like the structure of something is changing for you this week. And this is guided by you, really, by how you feel about something. I get the impression that your feeling about something is changing. It could be it could be to do with anything, any challenge, any situation that you're facing in your life at the moment. It could be your financial position. It could be the job that you're in at the moment, or the job that you're working towards. Perhaps you're studying, and something new is occurring to you about that. It might be that you start wondering whether you're headed in the right direction and whether you're really connected to your purpose, and something different occurs to you this week. Something could occur to you, some inspiration could strike about a new project, a creative idea, something arty, something musical, or something could occur to you about your closest relationships. This week, from the 25th of June onwards, it feels very much like your feelings towards something are changing, and this is compounded to me by the Star card. Star card is normally like a wish granted card, but when I'm looking at this card, what I'm drawn to is firstly the bird that sat in the tree there, which is saying to me that whatever it is that you're facing at the moment requires patience. The bird is sat there quietly assessing the situation, quietly watching what's going on, and just waiting, and it won't move until it occurs to it to move. So perhaps it's waiting for divine inspiration. Perhaps it's waiting for the insight to occur, the insight to come. The figure is pouring wine. It could be blood, actually, into the pond, into the lake. And what's occurring to me is that this wine or blood is actually being diluted, and it feels like a feeling that you have for something is dissipating. It feels like, well, this is a very open and optimistic card. It feels like something that you felt very strongly about before, you're now feeling not so strongly about it. Those feelings are being watered down. It could be that you were extremely angry about something, and that has now passed. That it may have been something that made your blood boil, and that is now getting watered down, that you're feeling much calmer and much more optimistic, and you're much more open to possibility. Because the other thing that she's doing with the jug in her other hand is watering the flower, and the flower here is rose, and the rose is associated very strongly with love. It could be self-love, it could be love of what it is that you're doing in the world. It could be your job, your family, your home environment, your life purpose, or it could be a romantic love. So that's Monday. Tuesday is inviting you to stay strong. This is connecting, asking you to connect with your innate strength, your determination, your self-discipline. There's a couple of figures in the background here that are having a chat amongst themselves, and because these are being highlighted by this sunbeam here, it feels like there's some insecurity, some chattering going on in the background. Because it's happening right next to a tree, it's kind of suggesting to me that this is going on in your own head. If the tree represents your mind, your conscious, your subconscious, that there are niggling doubts in the back of your mind, because this is in the back of the card as well, so it's not right in the forefront, but it's asking you to not to take any notice of those, and to connect strongly with your resilience, with your inner strength, and to focus on that. Again, I'm drawn to, she has a rose in her hair. So to me this is pointing to self-love. So my feeling is that you're being asked to be kinder with yourself, and to connect very, very deeply with your inner strength. Wednesday, you're probably going to need that inner strength if you're feeling the need to withdraw into yourself. What I notice here in this card with the Hermit is the star, which echoes this card. So, and which echoes for me the Tower as well, because it's like inspiration, this kind of insight, this looking within for guidance. So you may find that Wednesday you are spending a little bit of time alone, either meditating, contemplating. It doesn't feel like you're being shunned or isolated by anybody. It feels like this is a choice that you're making, that you're choosing to do this, and you may be contemplating your next course of action. It's like there is an egg here that is hatching with a new idea, a new something new that has the potential to transform your current situation, or your current challenge. So that's Wednesday's energy. Thursday's energy is the Death card, which is again continues the theme for me for transformation, transition, change. This could be definitely the ending of something. It could be the ending of a particular cycle in your life. It could be the ending of a way of thinking, a mental process. It's like a cutting away of dead wood, of what doesn't serve you. It's getting to the bare bones, it's getting to the nitty gritty, and with the sword here, this is like it's stuck deep into the ground, but there's one sword being like the sword of inspiration and truth. It could be a deadly blow to something that doesn't serve you anymore. So maybe your feelings have changed about something, and you have come to a conclusion, a very honest conclusion, and you are cutting something out of your life, you are getting over something, you are being extremely honest with yourself about something, and this has the potential to transform, again, how you see yourself and how you show up in the world. Another card of change. Friday is the Nine of Cups, and this is a little bit of a celebration card. This is really kind of acknowledging everything good about yourself and everything good that's in your environment. So it's material things. It can be material things, but because it's cups, it's generally more to do with our emotions. There could be a little bit of self-indulgence here, overindulgence, I mean, you know, because there's lots of cups, so you might be celebrating something. You might be overindulging in another way, either with food or some other method. But this is the card, I feel, is really asking you to acknowledge what's good about you. You know, not to overlook those things. And it feels like you have a lot going for you, and you're very resourceful. This it feels very much like that. This kind of energy with this card. And Saturday. I'm sorry, I just paused the video for a moment there. My neighbour was coming up and down the stairs. Saturday feels very much like you are definitely walking away from what no longer serves you. Your feelings have changed about something, and you are walking away from that. It's a walking away, but it's also a walking towards. You know, you are walking towards a new fountain, which is like a new opportunity, something new in your life. And because this cups, it could be something that you turn into really loving something. So you're walking towards something that that you really love, that has the potential to be extremely fulfilling and extremely rewarding. It could be a new person. It could be a new relationship. It could be something to do in your professional life. Sunday. Now this is interesting. The Seven of Swords is normally like it's like the thief card, the deceit card, the lies and what have you. But again, it feels very much to me not so much about lies and deceit and betrayal, but it's sort of it's a turning your back on something. Again, it's a walking away from something, but having taken away something with you. I'm drawn to the clouds in the background as well, so it feels very much like an ending of a complicated situation that you are stealing away from. I don't know. Are you leaving something behind, and perhaps that's not obvious to somebody else? Are you keeping it secret for the moment? Are you just keeping it under your hat? You're not telling anybody else until you know for sure that it's what you want, it's what you want to do, or that it has some legs, it has some potential. It feels like it's not like there's a deceit on purpose here. It's a keeping something close to your chest. It's a keeping something to yourself at the moment. That's what this feels like. So there we are, Pisces. I hope that resonated. I hope you found that of use. Some really interesting energies around for the week. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching. I really look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take care.